Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're highly welcome. Please like, subscribe, share, and turn on your notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. And I bet you will never regret being here. Yeah, so today guys, I'm checking out why men and women can never be equal. Okay, it's a very wonderful, question. I can't also wait to check it out. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
The overwhelming proportion of people who are in prisons are male. What about bricklayers? They're 99% male. And men work longer hours. They work more dangerous jobs. Now, do you want to equalize that?
What do you understand by equality, Sophie? What does it mean to you?
People being able to have different choices and having equality of outcome.
Aha, well, so you're going to have choices and equality of outcome. What if people choose different things, which is what they've been doing in Scandinavia? So the Scandinavian countries have moved more towards gender equality than any other countries, and the personality differences in Scandinavia have increased rather than decreased, and the proportion of women who are choosing STEM fields has decreased rather than increased. So as cultures become more gender neutral, the number of women who choose STEM fields decreases.
What do you mean by STEM fields?
So science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So if you let men and women make their choices, what actually happens is that they specialize in different situations. You don't get equality of outcome.
Could they not have been programmed to have those views from the moment we raise them and give boys Lego and construction?
No, because what happens is that as countries get more egalitarian, which means there's less programming of that sort, the differences get larger, not smaller. And the scientific data on that is clear, and most of it was generated by people who have a left-leaning bias, so you can't blame it on conservative scientists. It was a shock to everyone to find that out.
Sophie,
I think the difference between Jordan and me is that we look at evidence and we lean towards different theories. So Jordan's theory is very much evolutionary, that there are inherent differences in men and women. Mine is very much more social role theory, if you like, and that men and women are taking on different roles due to the expectations that society puts on them. And there's nowhere in the world that women are equal, but Scandinavia has made the most progress towards shared parenting. That said, it's not done yet. There's nowhere in the world where this is done yet.
But it's having the opposite effect that the gender equality types predicted. Opposite, not the same. And it isn't a theory, it's actually data driven by tens of thousands of surveys and the best scientific literature on the topic. It's not a theory, and I didn't come about it because of my political perspective. I looked at the data. What it showed was that as countries become more egalitarian, the differences between men and women grow, they don't shrink.
Particularly interested in the ones presented, such as the ones by the University of Southern California, which discovered that change towards gender equality is actually being slowed by beliefs that are legitimizing social inequalities on the basis of sex. Like the analysis that was done by the American Psychological Society, which looked at 45 analysis of whether there's sex difference over 20 years, and its conclusion was that men and women are basically alike in terms of personality, in terms of cognitive ability, in terms of leadership, but what it did find was that media depictions of men and women as fundamentally different perpetuate misconceptions, as does workplace bias.
Oh God, so it's my fault.
Men and women actually are more the same than they are different. But the issue is that small differences at the population level can turn into very large differences at the extreme. So for example, men and women are broadly similar with regards to aggression, although men tilt a little bit more towards aggression. So that if you picked a random person out of the population, male and female, and you guessed that the male was more aggressive, you'd be right 60% of the time. But if you take the 1 in 100 most aggressive people, they're all male. And that's why the overwhelming proportion of people who are in prisons are male. Now, do you want to equalize that, just out of curiosity? What about bricklayers? They're 99% male. And we've got about 3/4 of the population now in universities in the humanities and social sciences are female.
Yeah.
Are we going to equalize that? And men work longer hours. They work more dangerous jobs. They're more likely to move. They're more likely to work outside. They're more likely to participate in jobs in the STEM fields that are scalable. They make more money for those reasons. And that's all hidden under the idea that the reason that men and women make different amounts of money is because of their gender. It's a very simplistic analysis. And
what I'm trying to equalize is opportunity and choice.
Fine, let's equalize choice.
You agree on that.
But we won't get equal outcome that way.
And I think that what happens then nobody knows because we've never done it yet.
We do know.
But
We know what's happened in Scandinavia.
But it's not fully got there yet.
No, but it's going in the opposite direction that everyone predicted, and strongly.
I think one of the things I loved about Jordan's book, one of my favourite rules in Jordan's book is Rule 9, which says, assume the person you are listening to might know something you don't. Mm-hmm. And I think that in a country where men outnumber women by 2 to 1 in Parliament, in local government, where women's voices are not equally represented in media, where our education systems still are teaching boys and girls ideas of pink and blue. What I'm trying to do is work with thousands of optimistic, hopeful people for change.
Okay. Your boss called the gender pay gap a burning injustice, is it?
Yes, it is, because there should be inequality of opportunity. But the one thing both of you haven't mentioned is the biological difference, which unfortunately affects women's career prospects, whether we like
Babies
it or not.
as well, yeah.
Babies. And that does cause a problem. You know, if I were to take a sabbatical from a corporation for a while, it's going to set me back slightly. And it is a problem that biologically it's women who have babies, not men.
So the Women's Equality Party is the only party in the UK that's got policies around shared parental leave.
You're trying to change the
We're trying to change the outcomes, and also men are joining our party.
What do we think about equality? Will it ever happen, Salim?
Because I think we're going to become more cognitive creatures, and jobs are going to be more about mental skills.
Technology.
But then I've been visited schools, and I work in STEM. I'm a software developer, and the number of women doing software development hasn't increased. I would have thought they would have increased more, but I went into secondary school to do GCSE IT stuff, and there's very, very few girls doing IT, and I was thinking IT is the future, and why are the schools are pushing for more girls to go into IT.
Actually, representations in the media could be affecting such choices.
One of the other things we want to do is to have a look at curriculums, to have more female role models, to encourage girls, because so long as we still see STEM as a boys' area that we're trying to get girls into, it's not going to work. We need to do the work we're doing on care, get more boys thinking about, nursing, teaching, more role models for boys in schools.
And
that's the way you break it all
on
down.
programs like EastEnders, The Archers, that's helped them a lot.
Right, so listen, I have to draw things to a conclusion.
Oh, this is really getting hard and hurt. Oh, men and women, everything has advantage and disadvantage. I've been following Jordan Peterson for a while now, and it has been so interesting. If you look at the way the world is becoming now, everything has, drastically changed. Yeah, so why do you think men and women can never be the same? I feel maybe with time they will. You see, women are really pushing harder now. They find it so competitive. You find women trying to dress like a man. You find women marrying their fellow women. All this they are doing can never change the fact that they are a woman. Yes. So if you like, you dress like a man. If you like, you do things like a man. You are born a woman. I feel I feel in the next 50 years, they are going to be dragging. Women are really pushing. They are pushing and pushing harder. That's a saying that said, what a man can do, a woman can do it more better. So why is it that women aren't, their numbers are reducing in some courses? The world is becoming a technology world, and women aren't studying computer engineering. So what are they going to be in the next 50 years to come? So you see, I feel this argument will keep going on and on, really, because women will never give up. They will keep pushing and trying to be like a man. But to be sincere, what you are is what you are. You can never change the fact that you are a man, and you can never change the fact that you are a woman. So this inequality people are talking about, like, you are you and I am me. Just live your life and do what you think you can do. So the lady spoke about women need to have role models, someone they need to look up to, blah blah, this, that. We have some women that have ego. They prefer to do things they want to do. So you can imagine if the world is being turned the other way around. Let a woman be a man and the man be a woman. Oh my God. The world is going to scatter. We men are so soft. They are so soft. They pity a lot. So I feel everyone is in a position that he or she is supposed to be. You are good at what you can do. We should stop this comparison and all. Just do what you can do. Jordan Peterson said something. He was like, most people in the prison are men. Most people that does hard work are men. Most people that stay long at work are men. Oh my God, that's so true. Because women, we love easy things. That's because of the way we are being brought up. Like in a house, let me make an illustration with my house. Women does the domestic work and men does the hard work. So when we keep training our children that way, then it will only make case worse. So guys, everything that has a beginning also has an end. I've come to the end of my reaction. Please tell me what you feel about this video in the comment section below. Do well to like, subscribe guys, share as many as you can, press the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. I love you guys always. Bye.